goes for your chin here, and it goes to right here.
Oh,
that's how you get the.
Interesting.
But that's if you're looking straight on ahead.
I got
with
this.
people like Mike. See, he's.
I just had to bleep that out. This is our opening.
Are we on?
Do you have one of these?
No.
I got one.
He's got it. Mikey, you got one of those?
Yes, I do.
I need one of them.
Yeah,
Joey
right here.
Giunto?
Yep. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
You got your notes on yours.
Yeah. I got the 4 letters
logos?
of
Hey,
these.
we can't give everybody a preview of what's going on.
Show 254. Oh.
Oh.
Thank you.
This Wabash Railroad is looking a little
Richard is here running camera for us
Hi,
tonight.
Richard.
Hey, Richard.
What's up, Rich?
You may want to correct that graphic there.
Perfect.
Hey, Josh.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I got the worst headache. All right,
All right, let's do this. Ready?
Hey, look, there's a mouse in the room.
I can't wait till he gives us the countdown.
I
Hey,
can't
look,
see
there's a mouse
anything.
on the table.
Okay, ready, set, go. Give us a countdown, because we are going to have some fun tonight.
Let's do this.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Always.
3, 2, 1.
This is the What's Neat This Week. Hold on. No, it'll just make it that much more interesting. Where did that picture go just now?
I don't know. You're moving stuff with. Oh, you're touching the buttons.
I'm telling you what.
Oh, you want some sound?
Yes.
This is your sound right here.
Scotty's going to fire me from my own show. No, I've got this. That's number 7.
Oh, okay.
Just here we go.
Here,
Lord!
There's
There's too many things going on here. We have sound. I'm sure we do.
I know, but you need to mute number 7.
Yeah, do we
No,
have
we
the
don't have
sound
to.
check?
No, we don't. We're not doing a sound check.
We
tonight.
don't need no stinking sound check.
Try that one more time.
Okay,
Richard.
here we
Well,
go.
the comments bitch about it.
Are we ready?
And again, 3, 2, 1.
The What's Neat This Week video podcast is supported by enthusiastic model railroaders just like you.
These are anyway.
And by GL Robotics. With over 61 colors of 3D printing filaments in stock, your gateway to new technology. Check out their website at glroboticsusa.com. Further support is provided by Microengineering, keeping you on track with quality products for 55 years. Check out their website at www.microengineering.com. Order from your local dealer or order direct by calling 1-800-462-6975. Additional support is provided by Spring Creek Model Trains, your destination for model trains. Stop in and say, wow. Check out their website at springcreekmodeltrains.com. And by Intermountain Railway Company, where the detail makes the difference. Check out their website at intermountain-railway.com. Additional support is provided by Yelsma Graphics, America's leading distributor of quality railroad art and embroidered clothing since 1985. Check out their website at yelsma.com. Further support is provided by the NCE Corporation, the power of DCC. Visit their website at ncedcc.com. And thank you for supporting the What's Neat This Week podcast.
This is the What's Neat This Week show in model railroading, show number 254 for November 11th, 2023. I'm your host, Ken Patterson, and I want to start out this show by thanking all of the veterans out there that keep guys like us free. Thank you for your service.
Thank you very
Amen.
much.
Right, yes.
All right, sitting over here where Mike always sits, look, it's Mike
Hey,
Budde.
it's Mike.
Mike. Sitting right next to me, I've got Joshua Barton.
What's up, everybody?
It's all good. Sitting right next to Joshua, we have a special guest tonight that drove all the way down from God's country down in Arkansas.
You mean up?
Up, yeah.
All the way up.
Up?
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's down there. He drove
We're
up.
north.
Yeah, we're north. Yeah.
Joey
like
Giunto.
That's right, yes.
Hey,
How you
Joey,
doing?
welcome to the show.
Good, I'm glad to be here.
You are a locomotive
Yeah.
engineer, and boy, I bet you got some stories to tell
Actually,
that
I'm
you
a
can't
conductor.
actually
Let's-
tell.
Conductor.
I don't want anybody yelling
There's
at
a
me.
difference, okay?
Mr. Conductor to you.
Sitting right next to Joey, we've got Oh God, James Regier. Hi, James.
Hi, James. How are you?
I tell you, you don't have those little models of us on the table, and you forget who we are.
Is that on the notes?
They're on the table over there. I got another one. There's a lot of exciting stuff to talk about tonight, and I don't have that much on my notes with regards to exciting stuff, but I do want to say that it's awesome that Joey took the time to come up here and share his experiences with us on the show. I've talked to you on the phone multiple times. You have been featured on the show a long time ago wearing What's Neat socks while you were playing the drums, and I think that might have been 2018.
It was 2018.
it sure
A long
was.
time ago. That's right.
Before we met Denny and when we had all of our stuff on Teespring.
And since then, I've seen you going around to train shows, the big shows, the Anna Marie Nationals, and making a lot of great videos and doing a lot of selfies on Facebook. And so we started communicating because at some point I would love to bring you into the What's Neat show at Model Road Hobbyist Magazine to start helping us produce layout interview videos.
Yes.
Because you have that talent. You've got the ability to talk with a person and draw out of them their passion. And I love that. And it's very difficult to do, but you somehow have a natural knack for it.
When you enjoy what you do?
Do I?
Yes, you do.
I
But
do.
when but we all enjoy what we do. It becomes easy.
Right.
That's
True
right.
that.
It's
Yeah,
a passion.
it's natural. It's a passion. Absolutely.
Oh my God, the people that I have met and the conversations that we have created on videos, the 28 layouts that we shot in the Denver area, the 7 shows, videos, the interviews of layout owners in Chicago 2 weeks ago. It was a joy to A, look at the layout, B, walk around and check it out, and then C, understand the type of questions to ask the individual. Because as you look at the work that they have done, their artistry, because we have all done it, we understand how to get them to open up and share their passion. I think that's a great way to describe it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And so tell us, why do you do this?
I just enjoy it. I always felt like the hobby needs to be spread to everybody. It needs to be shared. It's not something that needs to be just an individual by themselves. I'm always about family, and I'm always about a community. And so with the industry, it needs to be shared amongst everybody because even with the pandemic, that was like the first time I feel like virtually everybody just got together. And then now it just exploded until we're just hanging out in person now. So I don't know. It's like the NMRA show when I went to that convention. It was so much fun to meet everybody. I was almost in tears because I met everybody virtually for 6 years, and now I was able to hang out with them in person.
Right.
And so now I'm like, well, you do some awesome work. You do awesome work. Come on, let's share this. Get it out there. Get out of the basement or out of the garage or wherever it is, and join us as the family that we're a part of, because that's what we are. We're a family.
Absolutely.
And I want to spread that out, spread the gospel of model railroading, really.
We are a
hobby.
very
Hallelujah.
functional family, by the way.
Yeah, we are.
It's functional because all the models function.
Yeah.
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 They do.
Yep, at least when you run them one way. But if you run them the other way, they don't work right. So,
Oh, Lord. It's not that bad. It's just the corner over there. And I'm
know.
going to relay that.
I know. All right, we have that on
The
video.
train is running so far, you all have seen it go by at least
No,
once.
they haven't seen it yet because he was talking and I didn't want to interrupt what he was saying to go to the
So
train.
it's going to be next
It's
time.
coming
Oh,
around
okay,
again.
okay.
She's coming. She's traveling. Where's she going?
Now it's going to...
Is the speedometer on back there?
I'm not sure.
No,
Does
may
anybody
have
have a
just-
scanner? You have a
You may
scanner?
have just
We may
cursed
have
the
to
train,
hit
Ken.
call
It's going to
signal.
derail
That's
now for
true.
sure on the next round.
Perfect.
So let's go to Mike. I want to talk about that big old car that's not HO scale.
Yeah,
Rock and roll, Mike.
yeah. I brought this in, I guess, about a month ago or maybe longer when I first got it. It's a 3D printed model in 1/25th scale, which is the scale that a lot of people are familiar with as car model size. It required a little bit of work on the sides because it was printed at a 45-degree angle, and there were some diagonal marks on there that I had to work on. But all in all, it was a really fun build, nice build, and I tried the new Revell chrome spray on the front and rear bumpers, and I was really happy with that.
That looks really sharp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, and it's a model that you can't get off the shelf, you know. So I cast my own wheels from another model because the wheels that came with this, I didn't really like the way they looked on this wagon, so I cast some from another model and painted them. So those are solid resin cast wheels, and as long as I had bought the paint for that, I made an HO scale car too.
Of course.
Close.
Cool.
This is a 65 Impala. This is a 68, but they had that same color. Well, 68 was the last year for that. Then they changed it to 69, but real common color for GM back then.
How did you do the wood grain on the large car? And I can't see the little car. Does it have wood grain on it too?
No, this you're probably seeing a reflection from
Oh
this
yeah,
box.
that's
neither-
what
Oh
yeah.
my God, that was
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
It
It's
just went away.
It blended
But-
so much that red, it looked brown.
Why did they put
Yeah.
Why did they put wood grain on the side? Remember
Well,
that?
I do have
so many cars.
I have a 68 Ford Country Squire that has the wood on it in this scale from the same. This is from a guy in Ukraine that prints these and sends them out. And so I've got a 68 Ford Country Squire that has that wood trim on the side, and I already bought some wood grain decal to fill in those sides, and then I'll have to paint the lighter colored tan around it. But,
I need you to make me a Chevy Chase vacation.
yeah,
I need
yeah.
the family wagon
I'm sure somebody makes one.
with
of
the
those.
dead ant on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you hate that car now, just wait till you've driven it.
So, question, Mike, how did you paint the chrome? Is it with a marker?
No, it's actually comes in a spray can from
A
Revell
Revell,
of
yes,
Germany.
right.
Actually,
Oh,
it's
okay.
a German product, and I had to, it was really hard to get for a while. I ordered it from overseas twice, and then they canceled my order because it's hazardous material or whatever. So I found a place in Canada that would ship it, and I got 2 cans of it. And it's pricey. It's about $35 a can, but I've already gotten a lot of use out of it, and it's like something I've dreamed about since I was a kid. You know, up until now, you'd always paint your bumpers with silver paint. And
Yeah.
just never looked quite right, but this is.
We
this
also
looks real.
used that foil,
Yeah,
which
bare-
was a
bare metal
mainstay
foil. Yes.
through the 80s.
There's
That's
a
when-
place for that, and that's what I used around the window trim.
The foil leaf stuff.
Yes.
We use that in cooking. We have a gold leaf too. that
Yeah,
we can
yeah,
use.
they-
It's
yeah.
edible.
Really?
Same technique. I use it a lot with chocolate and cakes
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
So, anyway, this that 3D printing is just like wow, man.
What do you use for masking?
I didn't really mask anything on this.
Magic. It's
What?
amazing.
I mean, I painted it from the ground up, primed it and everything, and then added all the glass and the chrome trim and everything later. So
Oh, wow.
it.
Wow.
So
Very cool.
anyway, this high cube here is one of the cars I got when we went up to Lombard a few weeks ago.
You bought that at Lombard's?
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of
I bet that's a
cars.
tangent.
It is. I got
Sure
a,
is.
that's all I bought was tangent
Yeah.
stuff. But anyway, I got you remember Walker Embry?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, we have some photos here that I'm going to make Ken dig out.
Walker
All right.
Embry had his girlfriend down here videotaping
Yeah,
us.
They're getting married next
Oh
October.
my God!
A year from now.
Yeah,
So
congratulations.
anyway, I got him a few N scale cars because he's back into the hobby. He's doing N scale weathering and stuff, and so he was really appreciative. And he said he would weather a car for me. So I asked him if he thought he could put a good fade on this because I've got some pictures. And
Oh yeah, that's going to look
I've been
cool.
I've been afraid to try it.
A fade?
Yeah.
You fade things by using white oil paints, as you described to us.
Well, yeah, but that's
Right?
Yeah.
not entirely true anymore. You got to think about the color wheel. What's the opposite of this red would be a shade of green, and if you use if you add green to that white, then that kills the red just like the sun would, and changes the red to a more orange.
You have to look at the color. There's a color wheel.
Look, that's why he's the
it's
master.
insane.
That's
Yeah.
why he is Mike Budde.
Well, I learned that in high school or I don't know.
What high school did you go
We
to?
just didn't pay attention in
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm anxious to see what he can do with this, and he's confident that he can do a nice job. So
Well, I'm confident
if anyone
in his
can
work.
walk
so.
around
Right.
Embry, I mean,
yeah,
he a few months back he had this article in Road Model Craftsman about this
Yeah.
N scale grain elevator that
Right.
he did. It was at Walther's rural elevator, and he totally plated it over with aluminum foil.
Right.
And
Right.
made the paneling look all realistic, like that thing
Rusty
had
and
just been
stuff.
taking a
Yeah.
beating. And
Big Turn in
Nice.
Southern is his
Right.
layout. Check
Yeah.
him out. He's on Facebook, I believe.
yeah,
so.
good old Walker.
Yeah.
if it weren't for the couplers, you'd never tell it was in scale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's one thing you can look at the couplers,
Yeah.
the vehicles, the figures, and maybe the wheels. The tread of the wheels, but
Right.
those are the things that'll give away a photograph as being
yeah.
a model.
But he's good at sort of hiding those things. But the couplers
I
are
know.
exceedingly
his
difficult.
photographs look very
Amazing,
realistic,
yes.
and to think that it's N scale, that's what blows me away.
Yeah.
To make
Yes.
N scale look real, that's real talent.
Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway,
All right, before we go to James, I want to say that this week on Facebook, and actually, somebody actually called Bachman Industries trying to get a hold of me to find out how to advertise their train shows. So there's a lot of folks out there that are in charge, I guess, of putting on the train shows. A lot of these train shows are run by committee, and there's multiple individuals involved.
Right.
You can go to kenpatterson.com and find my email address. It's out there. So you can actually contact me directly. What I need from you is information or a flyer through email of the dates, of the venue, of the times, how much tables are, things like that, so that we can give a correct presentation of what it is that you guys have got. There was a train show here in St. Louis today, wasn't there?
There sure was.
Yeah.
Did you go to it?
Yeah.
Dirk's.
Was it Dirk's?
Yeah.
Oh, Dirk,
Down
I'd love
there.
it.
It was the NMRA
NMRA
fall
Yeah,
meet.
we just call
Yeah.
it Dirk's.
Oh, the fall meet.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
in,
that'd be
cool.
in
VFW
Collinsville
Hall,
at the
Collinsville.
VFW.
Oh my God, I read about that. That's the one show I always wanted to go to every year when I was a teenager.
Well, you should have came
Because
with
that
us.
was the show as a teenager back in 1980 and
XX.
79 that I wanted to, and I had a job at a hardware store. So I tell the hardware store a year in advance that these are the dates that I would like to have off. A year in advance, right? That's what I would do. And guess what? I didn't get the dates off.
Yeah.
Of course
I only
not.
got to go to one of them with Lenny Applebaum. God bless you for taking me. I learned what a silent auction was. I tried to buy a little steam engine. It was so amazing. I saw the most amazing Illinois Central layout at Lindbergh High School in N scale, which really had something to help me understand what detailed scenery looked like way back when I was a freshman in high school.
Wow.
I know, right? I'm going back some time here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I read about that show and I would love to have gone to it. Unfortunately, I slept until 1:30 today.
That happens.
Yeah, I know, right? So, Joey, you've built a layout, right?
I have.
Okay.
Well, I have built a layout that is it's a memorial to my friend who passed away last year. His name is Darius, and I was entrusted his collection from his family. And so I built this whole layout. It's the 40s and 50s of the Pennsylvania Railroad, and also the Reading. So it's called the Penn Reading Industrial Division. It's HO scale, and just about, I would say, 98% of that layout is all from his collection. And so the big dedication to him. And I mean, me being a younger guy, not a lot of folks my age will model steam. And so it's all 90% steam. So someone needs to start preserving the
agree.
generations of the steam era. And so this is more of a transition era, like the 40s into the 50s. But my gosh, just to have the Broadway Limited models that I weathered for my friend actually run on now my layout that's dedicated to him, it's It's awesome.
Yeah.
It really is, and
Yeah.
it's a 6 by 14 foot tabletop layout. It has a Pennsylvania Railroad main line along with the Reading main line that interchanges together, and I'm middle of creating a logo actually for it, so that's going to be exciting. And so the layout, I think I started the layout back in May, and I'm almost ready for scenery work. Like
Wow.
it's
Great.
gone,
Very cool.
But I have a lot of friends. I got to give a huge shout out to my buddy Johnny out there. He's been helping me so much with this layout, and not just helping me physically, but the emotional support too while building it, because it is emotional.
Sure.
When you're working with layouts from a friend that you've been with for 10 years, we met in Nashville, and he was a phenomenal bass player. And so our relationship wasn't from music; it was from model railroading. And he's not. And Darius was never a social media guy, but he messaged me on Facebook. Not, hey, it was great playing with you, Joey. It was more of, hey, you do model railroading? I like trains too.
Nice.
Hey, at the time, he was modeling the Reading, Wilmington, and Northern layout. Well, the Reading, Wilmington, and Northern branch, excuse me. And right from there, he went to Pennsylvania Railroad. And so he did that up until he passed away. So it's really cool when you have those kind of friendships. And he was never into social media until he realized I had a YouTube channel. And he's like, dude, we gotta bring this out. Let's do how-to videos. Let's do this. Let's do that. So I'm continuing the tradition of when we left off together with my YouTube channel, along with the business that I have, which is Touch of the Brush Model Weathering. So my YouTube channel started 14 years ago. I was doing O-scale at the time, and that's what I learned.
Wow.
I learned scenery, I learned wiring, weathering, and then 2017 I started Touch of the Brush Model Weathering, and Darius was one of the first customers or clients,
cool.
and he's like, dude, you got to do this full time, or let's work on this, let's do that, and he'll be so proud because I've been doing clinics for the NMRA, being part of that organization, hanging out with you and these crazy nerds because we're awesome. It's just awesome family, and then just sharing the hobby. And he always wanted to share the hobby with others, and yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I admit
just
it.
through me.
I'm a nerd.
I'm a nerd.
James, are you a nerd?
You're a nerd. Come
Oh,
on.
yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Joshua's not a nerd. He's a connoisseur of food.
I'm a nerd.
My buddy, he's an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you think, Richard? Are you a nerd?
Well, thank
Lord.
you. That just makes it that much more sweet and to the
It
heart,
is.
Yeah.
And the B-roll I have is just a montage of all the stuff I've done, the friends I have met, some of the layouts that I've already interviewed. There are folks out there who don't have any friends in my area, and it's like they're in the closet. They just keep to themselves in the Northwest Arkansas region. And I'm bringing them out.
We call them lone wolves.
Yes.
And there's nothing
Yes.
wrong with that.
There
but-
isn't. I would love to become a lone wolf again someday.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that.
And I was for a long time, but the family that we've created here and
I
the
would miss
family
you
on the other
guys.
side of the screen, I mean, I'd miss every one of you guys.
Like the coyotes down here that yell every time Amtrak comes through at 9 o'clock at night. All of them together. Roar, roar, roar. I'd invite y'all back. We'll have a scrap of food together.
Hallelujah to that.
Sit there and howl at trains.
I know, right? All right, James Regier, I'm going to throw the floor to you. But before I do, I want to talk about the fact that I have talked to Greg Summerlin this week multiple times. And he has taken on a new line of printers, of which he wants James to buy one of.
Oh, man.
It's called Ming Da. And he
Gesundheit.
has been using these Ming Da printers now in the schools. And he has tried every one of the new ones out that he's got on his website at glroboticsusa.com. Seriously, he said these things are amazing. He said they're a little bit more industrial type quality, and he's looking forward to pursuing the line and, of course, full service and setup if you've got any questions. But seriously, James, I think you need to check this out because you've been using your printer now going on about 2.5 to almost 3 years, and it's time for you to have two.
R3.
In time for Christmas.
That's true.
You can sell me one.
That's absolutely right.
And the What's Neat podcast will contribute $100 towards your purchase. I've just made up my executive decision here on the spot.
Wow. Look
That's
at that.
true.
Nice.
That's something to consider, yeah.
Yeah.
Ming Da printers. And by the way, if you ever build a garden railroad, he's now got robotic lawnmowers on his website where you don't have to put wires in the ground.
They're GPS.
They are full GPS.
Very
insane.
cool. Yeah.
No,
Very cool.
you pre-program. I mean, You don't have to do anything. They will come out to your property, survey the property, and set up everything for you. He's taking great pride in that, like he's done with the printers, to make sure everybody's satisfied.
And all you do is you go boop, and then crack a beer.
I would like to see him chasing a deer around in the backyard.
That's a whole different model.
But it's
That has a
perfect. It's
shotgun.
perfect for the guy with the garden railroad that, you know, just go to work, come back home, and the grass is mowed.
Absolutely.
Right.
And it redocks itself in its little garage
Oh, very
thingy and
good.
recharges.
It's a grass Roomba.
So yeah, it's check them out at the website, glroboticsusa.com. I looked at it right before the show tonight, and I was very impressed with what I saw.
Very cool.
So tonight's train that we are running, because Joshua said I had to run a train tonight, that's you,
That's me.
is the exact Amtrak consist that Holly and I saw coming home from Chicago, which is the same exact train that runs in my backyard at 9:30 at night or 8:45, depending upon the Amtrak schedule that day. And this is it. The Bachmann Charger locomotive from Siemens, and I've got 4 Walthers double-deck superliners running in the consist.
And just
And that was it.
to
It just
to let
went by.
everyone know, the same railroad that runs behind your house
That's the
is-
same train you saw. Yeah.
is the same railroad that I model, the DeSoto
Oh,
sub
yeah.
That is so
of the
true.
Union Pacific.
Running up and down Iron Mountain Railroad.
That's absolutely right, sir. Hey,
All right.
look at this.
I know, he was talking about logos, and from Denny Yelsma tonight, Denny wanted me to share the brand new logo he made for Daniel Coombs, because Daniel's running his steam railroad out there.
I know.
Number 928, the steam crew is written on the, it's embroidered, right?
That's pretty cool.
On the back of the shirt. He's also shared with us a couple of big boy locomotive logos that he wants to share with us tonight. 3 of them, in fact. The first one is the Overland Route on the bottom with the big boy steam locomotive on top. The Union Pacific Route in black and white. And the big boy Union Pacific
Wow.
Overland
That would
That's
look
beautiful.
great on the back of a jacket.
with
Yeah.
the blue sky.
Yeah.
And he told me to say that he's got 10 logos right now in his arsenal of the 1,300 or so logos on his website of the big boy,
Wow.
which is really to be commended. Now, I'm going to go to Joey on this one because Joey knows the name of a logo that I have never seen before.
The Reading, Blue Mountain, and Northern.
Okay.
Very cool.
That's almost like your friend's layout.
Yeah.
the
Yes.
name.
Yeah.
Just-
The road of the...
Anthracite.
Yeah.
Anthracite's
I-
a type of coal.
I did
Yeah.
not graduate from high school. I'm glad you guys know this stuff.
Yep, that's why we keep them around.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Next one is from Denny's neck of the woods, the Florida East Coast Railroad. This is a GSEX 44 C4 Jiva locomotive, and that's exactly what you said when I was pulling this photo off the internet tonight. You were like, that is beautiful.
Yeah.
We've got the White Pass and Yukon route.
I like
the
that one.
gateway to the Yukon. Are you listening to this? This is up in Alaska.
yeah.
Not quite what you want to model,
It
Richard.
looks like they have enough. A couple
But
of
kind
nice,
of close.
but the White Pass Railroad was actually built to extract a lot of the gold out of that state.
They have a couple of the nice shovel nose diesels on there. I noticed.
Is that
They
right?
had- yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my God.
look
I
at
had-
And one of them has actually been sold now to the Durango and Silverton to work on the days when the fire hazard is just too much of a risk to run the steam.
Very
But they
cool.
will run former.
Is
White
that a
Pass-
good old Burlington Northern, that pretty green?
It looks like a GP 38-2, number 2158 in green. I know, that would look awesome. This is jacket season, folks, because me and
Yeah.
Holly are wearing our What's Neat jackets every day now.
I
You
know.
saw me wearing one when you arrived tonight.
Yes, I did.
I wear them at Walmart. People ask me, what does that mean all the time? I love it. I've also got one here from the Wabash Railroad. Did yours print out better than mine?
Nope.
No, they're all like that.
Wabash Railroad, I mean, again, I love those blue and gray.
Historical
estimates that
Society.
they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow the flag, the Historical
Right.
Society.
Denny also wanted me to point out that on his website, he's got the What's Neat logos on there for anybody, and there are people. Oh, look what you
Oh,
did!
look at
What did
that.
you
My first Danny Yelsma purchase.
Nice.
Right here.
Nice.
Very nice.
So
That's a winter hat.
yes, it is. It's my
nice
beanie.
tool.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
looks good.
Yeah.
with
It's
What's
comfortable and it's smooth. It's
Denny
cool.
wanted me to point out that on his website, he's got links to our show. He's got links to videos that we made for Denny, and all the What's Neat this week in model railroading logos that are out there. And believe me, when we went to Lombard's, there are folks that actually purchase our shirts and wear them in public. That is gratitude to us and a passion for them.
Absolutely.
So
And
thank
I'll
you
tell
very much.
If you go on his website, he also has videos about his stitching and how it's done and how great the stuff is. So check out his website.
That is awesome.
This came within, with the making of this, I think, and I ordered it like on a Friday, so there was 2 days of a weekend. It came in less than 7 days.
That's great.
That's awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Very
Wow.
cool.
I need one of those.
Yeah.
Get rid of my Carhartt hat. Okay,
So-
James Regier, here we come. It's your turn, brother.
Well, speaking of Denny Elsma, this
Yes.
is the locomotive, the U30CG that I'm working on for him. It's progressing slowly, I'll say. But I mean, part of the process has been taking a look at the shell, seeing what I can do to sort of bring it up to standards, because I want it to look like a whole good locomotive. I don't want it to look like just a shell that we slapped on, you know, a standard Atlas. So part of the process so far has been to redesign the fuel tank. This is the original Atlas fuel tank from the U28 CG,
Yes.
and
What did you do?
so if you'll look at the shell,
What did you do?
if you look at the shell, the fuel fill and water fill do not line up with the notches in the
You
shell.
said it wouldn't on last week's show.
And so
But now
I took and I made a 3D copy
Oh.
of these of the shell halves of the fuel tank, so it fits on the Atlas frame as if it was made for it, which it was.
Nice.
Smokes.
Oh, Denny, you got a new fuel tank.
And
Yeah.
so there's a new fuel tank on there that'll match the locomotive. Among the next projects, I'm going to have to redo these steps because they've taken a beating somewhere. The bottom parts are missing. The replacement parts are not quite readily available because the GEs were a little bit different than the EMDs, so those detailed parts won't quite fit. I'd also like to try and cut out these grills here, replace them with parts from Kaiser Valley models. That'll be photo etched brass to make it look a little bit nicer, a little bit more of a little bit nicer, and then from there I'll light it up and get it painted up in the war bonnet. So I've been doing my research on that. I also plan
Does
on
that get painted in blue and yellow?
red and silver.
Red and silver. Oh, that's
Yeah, he
gonna look
wants.
dynamite.
Danny said he wants to use this to pull his Texas Chief, which is exactly what the prototype spent most of its service life doing. And so another part of the process, I've started taking measurements of the interior of the shell to do a cab interior for it.
Nice.
So it'll hopefully be a really nice model by the time I'm done with it.
Very cool.
And you know, hopefully it'll be done in a timely fashion. But I'm chipping away at it as I can. But yeah, so that's one of the things really that 3D design, 3D printing is a really it's a really good skill to develop, because you can take these ready-made shells or take an Atlas frame and design a whole new locomotive
amazing.
that Atlas wouldn't likely be likely to produce, because there are only ever 6 of these ever made, and they didn't last that long in service.
Right.
You and I would be scratch building it out of styrene.
Yeah.
Or I would be down here with the resistance soldering rig and brass stock.
brass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although-
Brass.
Making it from brass.
Yeah.
Although I got it, and
And he just whipped it out.
Yeah.
I got
how it works.
and I got to say, the other advantage of this is actually the second run of this fuel tank, because you know, you print the first one and you find out the little things that are a little bit dicked up, that makes it not want to work properly, and so so you then can redo it pretty easily, and you don't lose the whole model.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that's been something I've been working on. And the other thing that I've been working on is redoing this Clydesdale wagon set here. And I got a model printed and painted up. I actually just did that this afternoon. I was going to do it earlier in the week, but the first 2 prints actually sold out from under me before I could get to assembling them. So that's kind of nice. But these are now available for sale. $45 is the pricing point on them. Just it includes these 8 Clydesdales, these two Teamsters, a dog, the load, the wagon, all in unpainted resin.
Very cool.
So available on from my Facebook page, James Regier's Models. And if you don't do Facebook, just email me, jamesregiersmodels@gmail.com. There are people asking, on the show website, and I can't provide the links there, but it's jamesregiersmodels@gmail.com. Email me and you'll get a hold of me, or email Ken. Go to Ken Patterson's website. He'll put you in touch with me as well.
I could do that.
You know I need this for my layout now, right? And that's exactly my era.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Well, absolutely. And this actually, and I want to say that there were a ton. I mean, not just breweries used these wagons. They were used for all sorts of cargo deliveries. But you had any number of local breweries. I saw a brewery in the Manitoba Museum for a local brew to the city of Winnipeg that used very similar wagon, same draft team, all these different things. So you can paint it in the color of your choice to match the era, match the local brewery of your choice or the local business of your choice where you want things delivered.
Yeah. Are there any variations in those horses? Or are they all exactly the same?
They're all exactly the same. They're standing, and I've added the draft gear and that sort of thing. I will reuse the horses for other eventual projects. I'm planning to make a farm wagon or two, a hay wagon or two that's been requested to go with the threshing machine and steam tractor. They'll be the same horses, different sort of draft gear and bridle set and all that stuff.
Then we can use the mini Prince manure spreader too.
That's right.
Yeah,
See?
Follow those horses.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Very, very cool, James.
And then I also have these smokers here, one of which has the turkey in them.
Yep.
The other
Here
one
comes Thanksgiving.
the ribs.
All right, going around the table, have we covered everything tonight? I think Joey's got something he wants to say about this book that I know about.
So this is one of Derice's books, and it's America's Driving Force, Modeling Railroads and the Automotive Industry.
From authors.
Yeah.
And
around
I was reading this in the
1998.
cab one night, and thanks for getting me into the rabbit hole of automotive modeling, because now I'm buying the 86-footer box cars and stuff like that. But yes, I was going through this, and I'm looking through it. I go, man, Mike Budde will love this stuff. And it turns out, well, Mike's buddy,
He's probably in the
Mike's
credits.
working. Yeah, it's all in here. I was like,
wrote
you
those
gotta be
credits.
kidding.
Like I said,
Mike's in
my
there?
buddy.
My
Yeah.
buddy, yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
This is what did it for me officially.
Mike
Yeah,
Budde's
When you
work.
had the opening of those
First and
cars.
only time I ever did graffiti too, right there.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
I was like, holy smokes! And wait, I think Ken's photo's in here too.
Yeah, that's one of my
Yeah.
175 covers. It is.
Yep.
Yeah,
Shot on that plexiglass
Yeah.
street that we had.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God, the automotive series.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Rock and roll.
Yeah,
And I'm also working on a new video on my YouTube channel showing scenery techniques the old school way.
There you
So
go.
all the old school techniques that we did back in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. Because now a lot of things you could just buy off the shelf and put it on
Right.
your layout.
Right.
I'm like, no, let's do it old school. Like I just did the old foil trick when you crumble the foil up and you pour the plaster in. It kind of came out okay, but it needs work. But I found this one here from Derice's collection, Scenery Tips and Techniques. Oh, good. Let's see what's in here. Oh, wait. Fake fur grass.
Oh.
Hey,
So
yeah.
let's, there's one.
How big that is.
And wait, and your,
The beach scene.
yeah,
is
yeah,
in
and your
there,
favorite
too.
one,
Oh,
the beach
yeah.
one, is in
Yeah,
here too.
look at
Oh my
that.
God, San Clemente,
Yeah,
California.
Yeah.
There it is.
I remember you talking about that on the show. You
Yeah.
it was one of your favorites.
It truly was.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So that's my wish list
Awesome to
stuff.
have you drive from Arkansas and be on our show.
Yes.
We'd
You're
love to have you
welcome
come back some
anytime.
more. Always.
Absolutely, I would love to come back.
Best hobby in the world with some of the best people in it. We're going to take our NCE Pro Cab system here. Actually, it's already running the train.
I know, you don't need
It's
that.
already going. Okay, but in case you want to run another train,
Yeah,
here
let's
you
do
go.
it.
You're going to love it. It's ergonomic, 2 radios and a ceiling, covers the whole basement.
Heck yeah.
And be sure to check out ncedcc.com, the power of DCC. There's a lot of other stuff on that website, decoders, all sorts of stuff that you will find useful and great Christmas gifts, because we're coming up now. It's 2 weeks to Thanksgiving and 6 weeks to Christmas. How fast it's gonna go.
That's right.
Yep.
Yes.
Ready, set, go, guys. Let's go run some trades.
Thumbnail.
What do you think, Richard? All right. Okay, what do you want to hold?
I'm gonna hold my drink. 'Cause
Oh, I can.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna do that too. It'd be like those
This is what Flower made Woody's wife. I'm gonna hold this up. Ready, set. Everybody smile and show some teeth at camera number 1. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And we have a thumbnail.
Good job, everybody.
Keep camera 1 rolling for 45 seconds. I will kill sound, and good job, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. I appreciate
Thanks,
it again,
Richard.
Ken. I'm gonna wear this hat now, actually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go outside for a little bit.
Wait,
It is. It got cold out.
Watch yourself.
It'd be.
My back's still
Got a few
Yeah,
seconds
oh.
to put in bloopers and.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Ready, set, stop. And yes, save file.
Yay.
Yes, we have sound. Thank you.
Yeah, this thing, I redid it so that now it has all the grab irons and little chain loops.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was gonna send you a selfie of us at the show
Yeah.
to give you. It got all blurry.
Oh,
I
okay.
was so mad because
Yeah.
my phone, the screen's cracked.
Oh,
So
okay.
when we took the selfie, so we gotta do more. We gotta do different selfies here now.
All right.
Now I got this cat with me finally. hang
Yeah,
out with you.
exactly.
Yeah.
37 minutes. Not a bad show.